you can't put the genie back in the bottle when it comes to this mouth. This mouth. My father used to always say, Vicky, your mouth, that damn mouth, Vicky. He would always point at me, that damn mouth, Vicky. So anyway, I said, let me tell you something, because I'm calm. I said, this ain't my problem. The only involvement I have in this is I'm the solution to a self-inflicted injury. You did this to yourself. You avoided working so you wouldn't have to pay child support. You worked for housing. You quit when they started going to senior pay. You worked for New York City Transit. You quit when they started going to senior pay. You did not want to pay child support. You laughed in my face for years telling me you will never pay me any child support because I ain't want to be with you anymore. So this is a self-inflicted injury. Like, I didn't do this shit. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Other than the fact I birthed your child. Like, I divorced you. And then I wonder why I divorced the mofo, right? Okay. So anyway, let me come back because I'm about to go on. So I'm like, now he's still, after I explained it to him, I said, yo, you made a decision that you didn't want to pay child support. You made a decision that every time you got a job and they started garnishing your pay, that you will quit your job. I said, you keep telling me that you struggling and you trying to get on your feet, mofo. You won't be 63 years old next week. And you work off the books. And you always work off the books. Don't you know that if you had kept your job with transit by now, you would have not only had paid up your child support, you would have been probably ready to retire from transit. But no, here you are, still working off the books, hiding, ducking and jiving, bobbing and weaving to avoid taking care of your kid. The kid is 30-something years old. This ain't my beef. Like, the only thing you want to be doing is paying me back for what you were supposed to pay. You know? So he's like, now he want to go down the list. Oh, I did this for them. I did that for them. Okay, you did for them when you wanted to. When you wanted to. I did for them all the time. All right? Christmas, birthdays, graduation, senior dues, prom, haircuts every 2 weeks. And this particular son, he had to be fresh. So he needed a haircut every week, okay? And he was high maintenance. He was willing to designer. Now, granted, I didn't have to buy him designer. My kids really didn't give me a hard time. And, like, I'm like my father. My father always had us in, like, name brand clothes. My mother didn't, and my father did. So, he wanted his true religion and whatever was out back in the 90s, 2000, early 2000, I don't know. So, I get it. He was the high maintenance of all my kids. He's the most high maintenance one. All right. So, now, today, then he says, okay, I can't pay it. What you're asking for, look, my peoples can't help me. So I said, all right, cool. So I said, how much can you pay? He didn't respond. Because if you think you want to give me $1,000 or $5,000 when you owe thousands, that ain't gonna cut it. Not my signature. My signature is gonna cost you like my husband Ray Curtis, like an autograph. You want my autograph? Yeah, you want to pay for that autograph. Because I paid for that autograph, okay? I paid with being on Interstate 80 at 5 o'clock in the morning, going to a job that I didn't like, okay? I paid by staying up, going to college to get degrees so I could give my kids a better life. I stayed up when I got injured on a job and wasn't getting an income, but was trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay this damn mortgage to keep a roof over my kid's head. Okay, I remember one time I was out of work because I had a back injury and workers' comp wasn't paying yet, and they was gonna cut my power off. I called this mofo and I said, yo, kids about to be without lights or whatever. Yo, I ain't got it. Okay, you ain't got it, but you got it, right? Cell phone bills. We up in the Kentucky mountains where we didn't get no reception. One time it was Good Friday. We lost power. Now I got 3 kids in Pennsylvania with no power, but I'm here in can't get in touch with my kid. So like, you know, I gotta I went that Friday coming home. I bought the bull cell phone, Verizon. The only thing that used to work up here. Got a Verizon cell phone bill. Can you help pay the cell phone bill? Yo, I ain't got it. You ain't never got it. But every time I see you got a brand new fresh Yankee cap on, white crisp tea, you got beef and broccoli Tim's, you always fresh to death, but you ain't never had it. But that's okay, because see, Miss Vicky, hey, I couldn't buy myself underwear. Like my mother used to get a Dollar Tree bag, and for Christmas, load it up with socks and bras and panties and deodorant and perfumes, and that's where Vicky got her underwear for decades. I didn't even know my own bra size until I got married to Mr. Ford, and people gave me gift cards to Victoria's Secret, and I had to go get fitted for a bra, because you know why I didn't know my bra size? I didn't buy a bra. My mother used to always buy it. What I did buy was food for my kids, clothes for my kids, birthday gifts for my kids, Christmas gifts for my kids, Easter outfit for my kids, church clothes for my kids, uniforms for basketball, for step team, for soccer, and cleats, and knee pads. Okay, let me come back. So no, I'm not signing. Then he's going on with, oh, I loved you, and you did me wrong. You was the love of my life, and you cheated on me. Let me tell you something about Miss Vicky. I don't cheat. I love my body. I love my vajayjay. I ain't never had no disease or any sexually related sicknesses, and I don't play about my body. And if I give somebody my body, it's because they got a little bit of my heart and soul first. So cheating is not what I do. Now what I did do was leave his ass before we got divorced, okay? Before I left him, we got divorced. He ain't never want to sign the divorce paper. Ducking and dodging, bobbing and weaving. He ain't want to sign the divorce paper. All right, but we not together, boo. I live in the Bronx. One time I had. And I moved to the Bronx. There's a story about how I moved to the Bronx and why it was because of him. And he was living, I don't know where he was living, okay? But we wasn't together, all right? And then we got divorced. Cool, we divorced. And you know what Vicky did? I didn't even go right away to dating. What did Vicky do? Vicky worked on herself, right? I went back to college, got my bachelor's degree, right? Boom. I went, did my thing. Did I date? Yes, I dated. After we were divorced, okay? After we were divorced, I dated. And you know what happened when he dated? I'll tell you that on the next episode when I was out there dating. So now you want to talk about I was cheating. Now you want to talk about you a good father and a great provider, and you had to take me to court to get visitation of your kid. You ain't had to take me to court to get visitation of the kid. No, what happened was we got divorced. I filed for divorce. Matter of fact, my mama, Miss Liz, paid for my divorce because she ain't like the little mother. Okay? So she paid for my divorce. All right? Got divorced. And I went on with my life. You didn't go on with your life. Right? Now here, fast forward, 3 decades later, you still don't have a full-time job. Then on top of that, he went to college, right? Got a bachelor's degree. Then he went back for a master's degree. Calls me up, yo, Vic, can you help me out with your credentials, reference, internship? I wrote a letter for him saying he was my intern when he wasn't my intern, or whatever I did, I don't know. Right? Because I don't hate the guy. Like, me and him as man, we cool. He married, got kids. His wife comes up to my house, family get-togethers, barbecue. They spend the night at my house in my guest bedroom. My ex-husband, who doesn't pay child support, with his new wife and his kid. They come up to my house. We chill. We laugh. We tell stories. Now, I will tell you this. Every time he says something stupid, I look at his wife and I go, you see why I divorced him, right? Girl, you can have that. I do it to her all the time. I don't know if she like it or don't like it, but I'm like, you see why I divorced him? Okay. So anyway, we cool. I would even say he's like one of my closest friends, right? Even though he did me wrong, and 30-something years, I ain't never asked for that child support. All right, let me take a breath. So anywho, am I in the wrong? Am I the asshole for not forfeiting thousands of dollars in child support? Am I the asshole? Let me know. And on top of that, if I forfeit this, right, I know that motherfucker gonna act nasty to me, right? Then he's talking about, oh, they're gonna put a warrant out for my arrest if. So I text him back. I said, do you remember November 13th, 1996? Friday the 13th. Saturday the 14th, I was having a birthday party for my son. Our son. And because I didn't invite him to the birthday party because he was crazy and stalking, and any guy that showed up to the birthday party, he was gonna swear I was sleeping with, I ain't want him there. It was a birthday party that I was 100% paying for in my apartment in the Bronx, and he had this habit of showing up and showing out like he paid for the shit, like he contributed. So I was like, no. And you know what he did? November 13th of 1999, when I told him no, came up to my apartment, knocking on the door. Vicky, you want to be with me? Vicky. Told my kids, don't leave, stay away from that door. I'm on the phone with my mom. My mother was like, yo, call the police. I hang up and I dial 911. But while I was dialing 911, my son opened the door. He comes in the door. I'm like, get out my house. I'm calling 911. I don't call the police. He's struggling for the phone. The phone pops out of my hand, cuts him under the eye. 911 comes. I got arrested in my own apartment on Friday the 13th. That's why I don't go out on Friday the 13th. I got arrested in my apartment on Friday the 13th. And the kids was unattended. There was no adult in the house, right? Because if I'm getting arrested. So they told him, listen, if we take her in, your kids, right? There was 4 kids there. Three. Naya wasn't born yet. 3 kids there. My 2 sons, one of his, and his niece. And they said to him, listen, if we take her in, we got to call BCW because these are minors. And, oh, Vicky, you want to be with me? You want to be with me? No, I don't want to be with her. Oh, she don't want to be with me? Lock her up. The cop knew he was an asshole, but because he had that scar under his eye, even though I explained to the cop what happened, and he has a history, a record of stalking me and aggravating me, they had to take me. So it just so happened that I call her my niece, but she's not. My niece was coming up to help me with the party. She came up. She was over 18. She stayed in an apartment with the kids when they was taking me out in handcuffs. My neighbor, Angie, was coming in, and Angie stayed with my niece and the kids. I spent the weekend locked the fuck up. Okay? Locked the fuck up on my son's birthday weekend and his little Space Jam birthday party. All that money I paid back in the days, the pinata, the little pins, and the candy, and all that stuff. I paid for cakes from, what was that called? What was that, deli? The bakery, Valencia, or whatever, the Valencia cakes, whatever, right? Okay, all that went to waste, because I was in jail. Then he told the cop, I said I was going to kill him. So I said to the cop, yeah, when I get out of jail, I'm going to kill that motherfucker. I am. I don't want him to be a liar. I never said I'm going to kill him. But I ain't going to let him be a liar. When I get up out this bitch, I'm going to kill that motherfucker. Yes, I said it. So anywho, I went to jail. Came home. I forgot. I think we postponed the party until the following weekend. So anyway, long story short, you going to jail because you didn't pay child support? It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I'm the rabbit. I'm not doing it. I think I talked so much that I missed my turn. Alright, so here's the question. Am I the asshole? Because I got to figure out if I missed my turn. I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm go. But y'all let me know, am I the asshole?